Hello guys and welcome back to my Fate Grand Order Ordeal Call 1 Paper Moon gameplay. So let's continue the story. We're here in... Okay, we're back in the repair terminal, the repair headquarters here. We met Lev. We had a little bit of a squabble with, what's his name? We don't know his name. The guy who looks like Shinji. And we also got to know a little bit more about the structure of this place, what's going on, the more about the System Grail War from Rani to Elf. So all those things happened. Let's see what happens now. I'm guessing we'll be little by little preparing to, I don't know, like win this thing. Okay. Is someone dreaming this? Or reliving? Yeah. Oh, yep. Are you having trouble sleeping, Fujimaru? I'm sorry, did I wake you? I guess because she's connected to us. I'm guessing that's why. No, you did not. Remember, you and I are connected via Etherlight now. One of the things this means is that in quiet times like this, I am always keenly aware of your physical condition. So I can't tell right away whether you're wake up and when your pulse is spiking as it is now. What's got your heart racing anyway? I haven't even sunk into your bed yet. Right. That said, I've got a pretty good idea. Well, go ahead and tell us anyway. I can lend you, well, it won't be sympathetic, but it is at least an ear. And so go on, spit it out. You've been avoiding certain things, trying not to talk about them. And you just can't hold back any longer, right? The fact is, ever since I came to this world, there's a hard truth I've been avoiding, telling myself I didn't have to think about it. Okay. But it's just not true. I want to be very clear about that now. To who? Myself? Yeah, to myself. Who else? I want to remind myself that I don't want to look away, that I don't want to pretend like this is fine, because this sense of unease is like a knife in the heart, and it won't let me forget even in my sleep. AI or not, I can't sit back and let them be treated like they're disposable. I knew you would say that, just as I calculated. You do know that they're not actually alive, right? They're just constructs of people running on programming? Even knowing that, you still won't stand for them being killed the way they were. Yeah, that's right. As an alchemist, I come from a long line of rational thinkers, so I feel compelled to say this. In light of this world's rules and the conditions for winning this war, Caster's actions are entirely rational. Yeah, but, rational always doesn't equal, I don't know, maybe morality, humanity. At its heart, this Holy Grail War is a scramble for resources, the magical energy equivalent its AI resident possesses. And since each faction has their own territory with a certain number of AIs, the most efficient way to obtain those resources is plundering it from other territories. There is an additional beneficial effect to this method of plundering, which is we will be dealing damage to the group that we are getting this from. They will be weakened. That is, I think, obviously that is the additional effect. By killing another territory's AIs, you not only gain raniment for yourself, but you deny it to your opponent. Yeah. There can be no arguing that point. So if we were to approach this rationally, we should at least consider employing the same tactic in our effort to win this war. However, no way, I won't let Ayus or Duryodhana do that either. Right, I thought you would say that as much. I accounted for that in my calculations as well. You are the one who led Kalia to victory against Getia, after all. I really don't like that know-it-all look in your eyes. No fair, being his yes girl indulging his every whim is supposed to be my job, yeah? Right. So when a rank amateur swoops in and steals what should be my job, what can I do but gripe about it? I guess this counts as love too. Alright, let me just make extra sure. It's entirely possible these AIs aren't alive at all. They could just be tools that are automatically regenerated after some time has passed. Yeah, I was thinking in the previous video, I was like saying like, if we lose them, do we lose them, or do they like come back or something? Like what happens? Even knowing that, do you still want to take a handicap like that going into this fight? I just don't want to see anyone looking to me for help and not do anything to help them. Yeah. Well, this was really only a matter of time, so it's not like anything's really changed. If you were expecting me to say something about it, tough, I'm quite sure there's meaning in discussing and clarifying our plans going forward. Our goal is to return to the outside world by winning the system grade war. To do that, we will cooperate with the Berserker faction and share the territory until we are the last to remain. We will not resort to short-sighted means for replenishing our resources, like killing AIs. And we will not tolerate anyone else doing so either, even so our allies here. Is that what you want? It might not be a rational choice, but yes. That is alright. Reason does not dictate all things, nor is there always one right answer on which all agree. Yes, I suppose this is what they call. I knew it would come to this. You value such honorable approaches to combat above all else. Your actions are not based simply on what is rational or practical. They have always been guided by something you hold deep in your heart. Yeah, I was saying, like, not rationality, but morality. Yeah. Anyway, I guess this concludes that concludes this discussion. I'm sorry, Sion. Don't be. Whatever our disadvantage, you will have me on your side. And according to my calculations, we have a 100% chance of making it out of here that way. You have nothing to apologize for. Now, unless there is something else we need to discuss, perhaps we should all go back to sleep. Oh, while we're up, I might as well ask. I get that you just happen to know who that rider was, since coincidences like that have happened before. Yeah. Well, Kama wasn't there back then, neither was Sion, when Lev was there. But why were you acting a little weirdly towards his master too? Oh, she's talking about Lanling first, and then okay, yeah, right. Obviously, wait. So, does Kama not know Prince of Lan? She should know him, right? Like he is summonable in Chaldea. He is in Chaldea. So wait, why does? I guess she. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, I'm not sure what it was, but something told me we shouldn't trust him. So even the name he gave us sounded both familiar and different to you, huh? Yeah. I posit that you were not imagining things. Every one of us here now is different from our usual selves in some way. Part of this is the problem. That is the problem due to the bugs you are experiencing in your memories. Those bugs are kind of like hard drive errors, so they are not something I can fix with Etherlight. That we cannot find an answer to this is and certainly aggravating, but devoting too much of our forces to it will not help matters. For all we know, it may be nothing more than what he said. Maybe when the randomizer made him into a master, it mixed in randomly choosing a pretext model for some sort. Yeah, but it's a bit too much of a coincidence, right? Like, you could have like anyone from this world. Like, why particularly focusing on like these few characters that we know, like Lev, and all that. And now, we may have an idea of who that model is based on, but we cannot clearly remember it. Incidentally, how did you feel about his personality? I guess he was like a completely different person. If the randomizer really was using only appearance data, we may not have much cause for concern. I don't know about that. I feel like the personality is also there. Though of course it is hard to say for sure since we still do not have much information to work with. On the other hand, do you not remember ever seeing Ayus before? No, yeah. Then for the time being, all we can do is watch how things unfold. I swear, this world is just endlessly weird. AIs using the faces of people you recognize, people shrinking. We'll have to keep our guard up. But anyway, if we really are done talking now, let's go back to sleep. Hey, I know, want to try something to keep the nightmares away? Alright. I think I can manage to come up with something. Like, what if you had perfectly shaped body pillow to hug while you sleep? Say hypothetically. Right, good night. Inducing sleep in 3, 2, 1. Wow, she just turned us off. What? Hey! Like a remote control. Like a television. She just turned us off. Great. Oh boy. Okay, we've finished upgrading our comm security. Everywhere that was ransacked has been tidied up too. Perfect. Come on everyone, it is the start of a new day. Let's make sure it's a great one. Okay, good morning. Morning, did you sleep okay? Well, I'm feeling good at the very least. I'm using the ether light to manage your physical condition as well. So you should be in fine shape for the time being. Good morning. Once again, welcome back from your trip to the central area. Good morning and welcome back. Are you hurt? You don't seem to be. Okay, I'm assuming the one on the left is the girl that we saved. The Rani. Because she's the only one who's smiling. And I remember them saying, each of these Ranis have different personality and they are they have freedom of will. So even though all of them look the same, they don't think the same, and they might have different thought processes and stuff. Good morning and welcome back. Scanning for damage, none detected. It seems you either did not sustain any injuries in the last night's battle or your injuries have already been treated. Too bad. Good morning and welcome back. Please understand that we are not disappointed. You're okay. Yeah, because they, help repair, that's why. We were just excited to possibly have a chance to demonstrate how useful we can be in our capacity as healers. Whoa, he's really popular. The Rani surrounded him in no time at all. I think they just want to show off their skills to him. Plus, as healers, we naturally want to patch up any damage we find. And since none of you are AIs, treating your injuries is especially fulfilling. So I don't think they'd be this excited if they didn't want to pay Fujimaru back for rescuing them yesterday. If anyone should be getting thronged by groupies, it's me. This is really starting my day off on the wrong foot. Alright, all of you, get out of here. Report, this is tyranny. Report, frankly speaking, you're in our way. I'll transition to standard distance mode if I must, but I propose lowering our internal individual affinity rate. Internal individual affinity rate. Wow. Proposal accepted. Base value updated. Wow. So the affinity value went down. Hey, what was that? I'm supposed to be everyone's favorite. Should I be aware of whatever happened there? I'm sure it's just your imagination. I knew it. Things being lively like this is kind of wonderful. Casually exchanging information among trusted allies of the similar nature. It's nice, feels like family. Exactly, you think so too, right? I guess you remember what we talked about yesterday then. Of course I remember. I also remember how Kama and I were assigned the role of daughters against our will. To be clear, every time this topic comes up, I will continue to deny that there is anything childlike about me. You see, I measured us carefully. In doing so, I determined that I am approximately 3 cm taller than Kama. So I believe that difference is more than sufficient to remove any need to lump us together. Where did she go? On top of that... Wait, where's Kama? Hey, yeah, she's not here. Oh, okay, I was thinking she was probably going to change. What are you so panicked about? I'm right here. I just decided to freshen up and pick some flowers, so to speak. That's all. Why did you decide to grow now? No particular reason. I just thought the morning of a new day would be a good time for a change of pace. Besides, it's not like you want me to stay this small forever, right? I definitely know you at least that well, Master. Whoa, you're bigger now. Did you install a new avatar program or something? No, we're not AIs. But yeah, you can say it's kind of like that. Especially for servants, I guess. You could say that. I might look different now, but I'm still exactly the same person I was before. Yes, that's right. It's just like changing my outfit. There's no deeper meaning to it. I guess you divine spirit servants really are cut from a different cloth. Must be nice, able to change your appearance at will. Though it does feel kind of sudden. Yeah, I don't know why she decided to do this now. You don't? Really? Well, because they were arguing about who's taller, you know. Right. I wondered what kind of human could be capable of taming the god of love, but now it all makes sense. They say women prefer not to fight with the same weapon when they're on the same battlefield. Wait, what? Women prefer not to fight with them. Oh, right. I've heard they can't even stand it when someone else wears the same color clothing they do. Right. So there you go. It must be the same for gods as it is for humans. Huh? Well, yeah, like I was saying, because they were arguing about because both of them look kind of similar, like both of them are short, she decided to change. Yikes, if looks could kill. Alright, better zip these lips. Anyway, we were just about to replenish our raniment materials. Do you want to join us? So we have to go and do side quests. You said raniment is a conceptual factor that is this world's magical energy equivalent, and these particular materials comprise this world's physical substances, right? That's right. So if you wanted, you could actually say we're about to have a meal. Oh, right, yeah. Grow makes the materials, then keep processes them, and adds trace amount of raniment. Here, see for yourself. Oh, right. I see, so these are what you AIs ingest to restore your raniment and address any physical deteriorations? I see, well this is certainly a meal. The amount of raniment we get from these is just enough to offset what we use in daily routines. So I don't think it'll be enough to give us an advantage in battle. Okay, so this is basically the amount, like for daily necessary jobs that they do. Only the amount that of raniment that decreases from that, this only replenishes that amount, so it's not anything excessive. It's just to keep them going. So if you are going out to fight or something, I guess we'll need more dosage of, raniment. But since you're all in the same position as AIs yourselves now, I think you should be able to eat them. Want to try some? Well, we do need to replenish our energy, so yes. Once I've verified, it's safe to eat. With my ether light, we would love to. Wait, report. Leader, did you know that Keep has been sending us materials like this recently? What? Hey! Oh wow, I didn't know that they were making things like this nowadays. Yeah, that's naan. That looks like some tasty Indian naan. Oh god. Oh. Hello, I'm the one who brought those materials here. Oh hello, from your unit number, it looks like you're the Type T rider brought here yesterday. Oh, she's the same one. Yes, I am. Thank you again for treating me. I wanted to pay you back since I'm the one of transfers fastest. I thought I would bring you some of Keep's latest materials. Why thank you, and here's some raniment for you in exchange. Oh wait, we also... Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, here's the thing. You're too kind. Okay, here's the thing. I was thinking that only the other AIs, they are the ones who, like these AIs, we take raniment from them after we help them, and if they help us, I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't think of that. If they help us, I didn't think of that. I don't know. In my head, I was only thinking that we only take from the AIs, and if you have to give something back, we'll give it to the master. But I guess at the same, at the end of the day, they're also, because these normal AIs, they're not really fighting battles or anything. So okay, it goes both ways then, which makes sense. Obviously, it is supposed to go both ways. But I don't know. I just didn't think of it like that. I was thinking them as NPCs, kind of. Like they're the only ones who are going to, like, if you're in video games, like the NPCs, when you get side quests from, after completing them, they're the ones who give you stuff, right? Have you ever given, like when NPCs help you, have you ever given them stuff? Not most of the time, unless and until that's part of the mission. You never do that. You only take from them. I don't know. That's how my brain was going, and I was thinking of it like that. But no, I guess we also give it to them if they help us, like in situations like this, right? Okay. There. Oh, what? Is something wrong? Well, we transfer AIs usually use a tip system. Oh my god. Right. Each of us is very competitive, but since we are all equally fast, we can't really compete on speed alone. So we're programmed to be jubilant when we receive a tip. So she wants a 5-star rating. Oh my god. Oh right, you are, aren't you? Let's see, what could I give you as a tip? I don't suppose you have anything, do you? No, I don't. What about you, Kama? Oh, fine. I guess I can leave you a flower or something. It'd be totally fake though. How is this? Oh wow, that's cute. Great, I feel like my speedster fashion sense has really evolved. Thank you. I look forward to my next delivery to you. Now then, while we... Wait a minute. Did she, using her bike, did she get inside the room? How was she here? This is a room, right? She just used her bike and just barged into the room? Shouldn't she be waiting outside, like, with her vehicle? Like, what the hell? Or... I don't know how. Now then, while we appreciate the gesture, we also need to be careful about the risks. I have scanned these Nan with my ether light, and I can confirm that this is fundamentally no different from the objects which look like energy bars. The only difference is that their peripheral data has been carefully arranged and they have been seasoned with unnecessary ornamentation. Or to put it in terms of more familiar to us, they have been given extra flavor and aroma. We don't care which kind we consume since they're functionally identical. But yeah, we would appreciate it, we humans. But since you're from the outside world, I think you'll find this kind more to your liking. If you don't mind us having these, then we'll gladly accept. Well, if these are a way to replenish magic and environment, then I guess I should have some too. How about you, Berserker? Forget it, I wouldn't touch those with a 10-foot pole, you have them. Right. Huh? Okay. So I wasn't seeing things, I knew it. What? He's here in this world too. Oh, I see. That makes sense. It's so Bhima made. Okay, right. So Bhima made this. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because he loves food and everything, and yeah, okay. He's in this world too. What the hell is this place? The food shop. Okay. Oh, there he is. He's a cook. Oh boy. The wind feels oddly restless today. Is it scared of something, or is it... Keep AI, okay. Did you quality check this for me, chef? Right. Oh, sure thing. Trying something new, are we? There is no point in trying anything new. For a Type K, there is nothing more important than stability. Although, I suppose that does beg the question of why we wanted you to teach us your material processing techniques in the first place. Well, a lot of factors went into this decision. After comparing the advantages and disadvantages, it simply means you prefer things which taste good to things which don't. Nothing mysterious about it. Now, let me have a taste. Not bad. It's not as good as mine, but it passes muster. You can take pride in serving this to anyone who wants it. Oh. Hello, it's me, your dependable transfer speedster. I'm here to pick up your latest processed materials shipment. Okay, time to drive like the wind. Alright, I'm going to check in on my master. I think today's dish came out pretty great. We'll have to see if she agrees. Okay, so his master is that girl. I do remember seeing her. The one with the bright colored hair, I think. Let's see. I think so. Because if Medusa Saber's master is Sakura... Oh, there she is. Yep. Hey there, master. How are you feeling? Did my cooking cheer you up? Oh, is that a clean plate I spy? I take it means you liked it? I'd hope so. My naan is delicious on its own. Adding cheese just makes it better. Well, technically I just recreated it in data, but hey, as long as it tastes right, that's all that matters. So even my best dish wasn't enough to improve your mood. It's not about mood, Lancer. I've just always been like this. My brothers always cheered up whenever they had my cooking. Even when we were banished or when we were going through tough times. Well, I'm not your sibling. Of course you're not, master. Still, something doesn't seem right. I'm positive I can still find a way to cheer you up. I just know there's still plenty of room for your mood to improve. Not that I have any real evidence for that. So you're aware you're talking out of your ass. Oh my god. So before I get to fighting, I'm gonna cook you something guaranteed to cheer you up. I don't know much about you, but you're a perfectly strong hero, right? Why not just fight on your own without me? Right now, food takes precedence over fighting. I can't be satisfied with my cooking until I can at least cheer up my own master. I'm not so conceited as to think I'm the greatest chef in the world or anything. Okay, this is why the keep group, they are not doing anything. You remember in the previous video they were mentioning how the keep aren't really doing anything. They still haven't started fighting. This is why, as Bhima says, unless and until he's able to cheer her up with his food, he has decided not to fight. Or not to start anything. But my siblings and everyone at the palace always loved my cooking, so I want to do them proud. What? Were your heroic days all about food or something? Most of it were. Not heroic, but Bhima is known for his, love for food. Beats me. All I can tell you is that my cooking is just as much a part of me, of who I am as anything else. Anyway, if my price cheese naan wasn't enough to put a smile on your face, then I'll just keep trying new dishes until we find something that does. Looks like I don't have enough materials. Well then, we'll just have to go get more. Go ahead. Come on, master, you've got to come along. That's what Holy Grail wars are about, right? I'm completely useless if we get into a fight. We're not going looking for a fight, I told you. We're just going to get more materials. For the time being, all I'm going to focus on is cooking something that makes you smile. That's my top priority. The war can wait. Now, come on, master. If you don't want to walk, I'll give you a piggyback ride. I do wonder who her personality is like. The damned battle-crazed buffoon. Even in this new world, he's still refusing to stay out of my way. Right. Oh, there's more stuff here. Alright, question mark, obviously. Something new. God of love with the sugarcane bow and arrows of flower. Kama is another aspect of Mara, the demon king of depravity. She is the lone servant from Kaldea accompanying her master. Lancer's master. Yeah, prime AI of Keep. How all the other main AIs, master AIs, they have their personality in like something. I do wonder if Keep's master also has something that we'll get to know later on. Her personality is, like maybe similar to someone. I'm thinking about maybe someone from Mahabharata. I don't know. You know what? Let's wait and see. Okay. There's something extra here. We're responsible for speech transfer. Then again, since they are still the same type, there's hardly a difference in performance between them. As such, they take joy in receiving tips, gifts from the recipients of the deliveries. They especially love receiving physical goods such as accessories or supply materials. And then we have Keep AI of type K, Keep partition. Right. Must be something new here. Let's see. Oh, material, physical matter in the paper moon world serves as a fundamental structural material of the world. Most structures such as buildings, art, and tools are composed from these materials. They're combined and processed using programs to create the world's objects and structures. Okay, obviously AI's bodies are also made of these materials. To compensate for the natural deterioration, AIs regularly replenish them orally. These materials typically contain supplement raniment to save them time and effort, making it a meal for the AIs. However, not much raniment is added to the material. Yeah, I just mentioned that. Typically, this meal comes in the form of plain energy bar. Materials are generated, grown, harvested, and packaged by Grow. Then, transport distributes them to various other partitions based on their needs. Materials transported to build are used for construction and tools, while those transported to Keep become ingredients for food. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Munch. It still feels strange consuming material like this. So you said this is what you call flavor? I definitely don't dislike it, but how to put this? I believe the word you use for this is delicious. It's certainly increasing my happiness by quite a bit. You're right, it's delicious. Anyway, I didn't even know Keep updated raniment materials like that. Yeah, it's because Bhima's there. That's why. I think he's pushing this whole thing because he loves food. So, if you get transported, if you love food and, if you get transported to a world where foods lack taste or variety, you'll definitely be like, oh no, we have to make it in such a way that it gets these new flavor and everything. So yeah, if it was someone other than Bhima in Keep, I don't think they would have done any of these things. Because it's Bhima, that's why. I have no proof for this, but I think these new materials must have come into being after the system Grail Wall began. Yeah. Keep has a master and servant of their own. They are the only ones making these materials. According to my calculations, it is very likely their influence caused this change. Yeah. What do you think? Exactly. Yeah, that could be it. Hey, have there been any other changes in the world, even just ones you've heard rumors about? Well, in terms of clear, unmistakable changes, the only other one that comes to mind is builds type Bs have been generally sluggish lately. Oh yeah, we still haven't seen the type Bs. Yeah, we have just seen those tentacle monsters. And it's pretty obvious why they're sluggish, because their master is just taking the raniment from them, right? Forcefully. Bill, that's the area we think Castor is in. The cruel guy who tormented our type Rs and stole their raniment. I wonder if this means he's treating his own build AIs the same way. Yeah, I would assume so. No, never mind. There's no point in worrying over much about other AIs. We have our own work to focus on. First, we need to replenish our own supply of raniment. And we'll have to keep an eye out for Castor while we do it. And the other servants too. Even more than we have been. I mean, the raniment we get from these meals is important too. But if we are going to have any hope of putting up a decent fight, we'll need a lot more. Not only that, we need to replenish our supply faster than the other masters and servants can replenish theirs. Yeah, because there's more people here, And that, obviously. So that we can fight it, back. Can we really go faster than someone willing to do that? So, we are going to have to do the best we can. And that said, you probably don't know what that entails, so come with me when you're done eating. I'll show you what it really takes to do these kinds of things. Repair does. Sounds good? Oh, hi. Berserker, what's up? Hey, that's mine! What the hell? Did he just take her food? I mean, I already got raiment I needed, so I guess it's okay, but I was looking forward to savoring the last one. What's the big idea? I thought you said you weren't gonna eat. Buzz off, I just felt like it, okay? You can't fight on an empty stomach. Oh wait, so he is eating Bhima's, naan. Goddamn. Besides, the food's not responsible for who cooked it. Like they say, waste not, want not. I'm going to win this time. I have to, no matter what it takes. And to do that, I'm going to need all the strength I can get. I refuse to lose to that cowardly bastard again. Right. That wasn't nearly enough. But there's only so much we can get from eating. Come on, we need to get our hands on more raiment. Stat. Why are you so fired up all of a sudden? You're kind of freaking me out. Well, I guess it's okay. You must have finally gotten through to him. Yes, I'm sure that's what it is. Yeah, I kind of doubt that's all there is to it. Okay, let's go give this our all. Although, in our case, it's a little hard to do that without any damaged AIs to repair. Yeah, of course we don't want anyone to get damaged, so in general we just have to wait for someone to show up, but... Request, we need help. A pack of malicious data has appeared on Repair's outskirts. A few of the Type Rs who first encountered them have suffered moderate damage. One Type D is currently doing her best to fend them off. Oh my, that's terrible. We'd better go help them out. Come on. No. Oh. That must be them. I don't recognize some of the creatures though. But I guess our job is the same as it was on our way back from Defend yesterday. Beat enemies, leave AIs in our debt. Forcing kindness on others, helping without asking permission, saving people whether they want it to or not. I'm pretty sure these people actually want to get saved here. Otherwise they'll die. That may well be a lovely kind of indulgence, a delicious depravity in its own right. And that's my speciality. Make sure you watch me closely, Master. You might just find yourself wanting to end up the same way. Oh, and don't forget to praise me if I do a good job, okay? You know, Shion was saying, like, this karma is very different. That's why she's like keeping an eye on her. Because she thinks something wrong is going on. Yeah, let's just use this. Yeah, because I don't have, any characters to use which are specific to this Ordeal call. I will get one obviously when Goddess Durga is released. I hope to get Duryodhana as well. I think Duryodhana is also on rate up on Durga's banner, right? I think so. Alright, let's go. Okay.
ちゃんとへえそう見栄はいらぬと申しても夏の暑さに喉カラカラ息吹の御様初めてだぞ
Okay. Mutated data type
丸みアドは要請接着
3. God damn it. Me and my finger.
圧倒しそう
Oh god. I'm used to doing it in one
夏
way.
の女
So.
神が主情に告げる踊りなさいが騒ぎなさいがすっきり当然とはいえ嬉しいものですね
Okay,
皆さんの
there
お
you
かげです
go. That was easy enough. Oh, there's another battle here, okay. Oh, Raniment. This would seem an opportune moment to speak. Fujimaru, do you not think there's something strange about her? About who? Kama. Since you two have a connection, there is no question of her being your servant. Even so, something about her seems off to me. Do you know for sure that she's the same Kama from Kaldia? Yeah, like I said, I think in the previous video I said like maybe her Sakura portion is like bigger here? I don't know. Like I have no idea. Like I don't know, she seems the same to me because maybe because I'm accustomed to her acting like this. She literally acted like this even more like, you know, what can I say? Even more like you know, like in this way that she's acting, like in a cutesy sweet way. She acted like that even more in the summer event, if you remember. So what do you mean? I confess to a certain shame in admitting this, but I cannot yet clearly articulate what is it that is bothering me about her. None of the lines of thought I have thus far proved have reached any actionable conclusions. However, it feels like she's more direct, forthcoming, yeah, less guarded than usual. Yeah, that's also true, I guess. But really, what it all comes down to is that something is different about her on the inside rather than the outside. Okay, so Sion is saying that she usually... Okay, you know what? I can see that. I didn't think about it like that. So she's basically saying, like, usually Kama is always like, you know, like, the whole tsundere-ness is kind of a little bit higher. That has dropped down. I didn't even think about it like that. So usually she acts in a very, you know, like, oh, I don't care about you type of way. Even in the summer event she acted like that, and that is kind of not here. Like, it is there a little bit, no, not little bit, it's not there at all. I can see, because she's been very, like, you know, vocal about everything. Yeah, you know what, that's true, that is correct. I didn't think about that though. I was thinking about she's talking about more of her being like this type of a cutesy type of a, you know. No, I guess she's talking about that. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, she's right. She's actually right. For the life of me, I cannot shake that thought. I've actually have been having the same feeling. I am sure you have, just as I calculated, bruh. However, it seems you have not yet found the answer either. She obeys your orders and her abilities remain unchanged, so for the moment it is simply something to keep an eye on. But please keep in mind that our key to winning this Holy Grail war, a war we absolutely must win, is also a significant unknown variable. A variable like this has the potential to throw all of other expected parameters of a formula out of whack. Hey, what are you two talking about by yourselves? I don't know why, but it's kind of pissing me off. No, wait, I do know why. Haven't you gotten something to say to me after I got all the alignment for us? She said, like, praise me. Great job, Kama, you did amazing. Well, this turned out to be a good example of what we do here. Yeah, usually Kama wouldn't ask directly like that, like, oh, praise me or something. True. She usually is like a very, like, you know, like indirect about stuff like this. In a weird way, she kind of, you know, tries to get affection. but not directly like this. Whenever someone's hurt, we rush right over and fix them up good as new. If the threat's still around, it's usually a good idea to contact the Type Ds in defense, but we need all the Rhinomen we can get right now. Why share? In fact, think we can get anyone else in our debt? You would know that very much after the whole dice game with in Mahabharata, how to put people in debt. Hello, I have a transfer telegram from some Type Ds a little ways away from here. Ah, I'm supposed to deliver it to the nearest group of capable fighters. Oh, mission! A new threat has appeared and these coordinates. We are currently under attack by an enemy. We do not recognize. It is not malicious data. Oh, enemy we do not recognize. Okay, I read that wrong. Think it's a servant? I don't know. In the meantime, we'd better check it out. Tell us those coordinates, please. You got it, but you know, I was hoping I might get a little something extra. Oh my god. As a reward for all this hard work? Alright, you want a tip, huh? Fine. Here you go. Another flower? Oh, it's in the bag now. Perfect. These flowers are very trendy now. Wow. Okay, let us be on our way. Be careful. We are almost certainly heading into more combat. What the hell? The hell are those things? Shadow servants, yeah. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're not AIs. They kind of look like servants, but I don't think they actually are. Hold on, remember what DX, the prime AI of defense, told us? She mentioned that they had previously encountered forms of aggressive data which resembled human-shaped shadows. Oh yeah, true. Maybe that is what these are. Oh my god. Oh, looks like they want to throw down. Well, whatever they are, if they're going after AIs too, they ought to be a good way to take in the Raniman. Come on, the sooner we beat these things, the sooner we'll have more AIs in our debt. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna take the same team, because... Alright. Oh, there's only 2 of them.
熱を帯びなさい。マルミアドはガンを上げる。特別に応援響く。ですか。早書きです。カルウェナ。
Okay, wait a minute. I need to see. That shadow servant looks like Duryodhana, right? Yeah, and that's Gil, Berserker and Caster.
書くの。そうへえ、そう。夏の女神が衆生に告げる。踊りなさいな、騒ぎなさいな。すっきり。ザバー。デメちゃん。おいで。今回はうまくいきました。
What the hell were those things? It's hard to tell, but I think I recognize those attacks. Yeah, they were the same as Duryodhana and Gil's. You think? It was over so quickly I could barely make out anything. Yeah. I would like to examine their remains more closely. Would you help me, Ayus? Yes, of course. Let's see. I think they were around here somewhere. Hey Master, got a second? There's something we should talk about and I'd like to keep it between us. Remember what I told you before about Shion? Is she... Oh my god. Both of them are... is she really the Shion we know? Like, yeah, I can... Like, up until now, I didn't really see Kama's whole, thing. But when Shion mentioned it, that she's usually not this forward, I did see it. But for Shion, I from the very beginning said Shion is also kind of a little bit different here. I don't know, there's just something about the way she speaks and talks is very different from the Shion that we usually know. I feel like the Shion that we know in, like, you know, outside, she acts more like the adult Da Vinci. If you remember the adult Da Vinci, the way her personality was, this Shion has her personality is a lot like that. This Shion, however, doesn't have that type of, I don't know, like a, I don't know what to call it, but that, you know, like that type of a, like motherly vibe. I that's the best way I could call it. I don't know how else to explain that, the vibe that I get from them. But this Shion is more of a, like a, someone who's like, cares about your well-being, but at the same time, she is not, like, you know, afraid to point it out when there's something needs to be pointed out. That kind of personality. This Shion. Like, you know, so it's a little bit different. So yeah. What I told you about Shion, is she really the Shion we know? Don't you think she's a little too cool and collected? The other Shion was also kind of like this, you know, cool and collected, but yeah, I can see that. Well, for all we know, she might actually have everything all figured out already, and she's just pretending to investigate. It's not just that, she looks different, she's acting like a whole other person too. I'm not saying we were ever great friends, we weren't, but I've seen her in the command room plenty of times. So I knew she's an alchemist who loves her work to an almost irritating degree and who always seems cheerfully unfazed, no matter what's going on. Yeah, there you go, that's the word, cheerfully unfazed. Her personality really reminded me of Da Vinci's, like adult Da Vinci's personality. It was a lot like that. Like, the current Da Vinci is a lot different from the adult Da Vinci. The current Da Vinci is, like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, that type of a very small but a significant difference that this Shion has with the other Shion. And always keeps herself at arm's length from the rest of Kalde despite the cheerful act. That's also true. Yeah. This Shion, however, is getting very involved in everything. And you can never tell what she's really thinking. That's also true. I always suspected there was something more to her than she was letting on. But if nothing else, she wasn't ever quite the sort of super serious stick up her ass scientist you usually expect. Right. Think about it. Has she ever laughed out loud once since we got here? Yeah, true. She did smile sometimes. You could see that. The seriousness is nothing new, but I guess she was more laid back before. Yeah. Exactly. So I'm thinking, okay, what I think is that since she has become, you know, shrunk, maybe her personality also went back the years, maybe, like, you know, like maybe her personality is like a lot like when she was younger. That's why she's like this or something. Maybe she's just pretending to be Shion. I don't think that's the case. I don't think so. But yeah, she had, like, you know, she's not wrong. That is a possibility, but I don't think that's what's happening here. But yeah, like, you know, thinking about it, that is a possibility. Like, who knows who she is? Like, yeah, but I don't think, you know, I'm pretty sure that is Shion. So if you ask me, you should be a little more careful around her. Both of them said the same damn thing about the other. Right. God damn it, it's the same. Oh, right. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. I was a serving master, but what kind of love suits him best. You never know when someone might realize they have a very, very specific desire they just need fulfilled. Nothing important then, as I calculated. All according to Keikaku, you know. Oh no, that's different. No, that is used in a different situation. Never mind. Scratch that. Think we could be a little bit less formal with each other? You mean you want me to treat you two like friends? I guess I do, yeah. that will not be happening. Bruh. Crazy. I could never be your friend. I'm not qualified. What? What? Now let us talk about something more. What does that mean? Not qualified? Let us talk about something more constructive. Unfortunately, I was not able to glean any useful information from those shadows' remains. The only good news is that we were able to restock a bit since they turned out to be data structures containing raniment. Data structures containing raniment? Isn't that? Yes, given the structure of this world and its beings, it means they were similar to servants. Right. However, they were not actually servants. We still face many unanswered questions, so we will need to keep investigating. That's right. Well, I'll leave that to you. You do seem to know a lot more than I do, and in all kinds of areas. Maybe now's a good time to make our way back. Good point. Excursions like this aren't the only way to collect raniment. There'll also be AIs bringing repair tasks to our base, like with the Master of Rider. Yeah. But why don't we try contacting our base first and checking, especially since we really don't want to waste time right now. We did a lot to improve security after what happened yesterday, so we should be able to reach them just fine. Hello, do you read me? What is it? Don't tell me they're under attack again. Oh god. No, it's not that. The base is fine. They also mentioned there's no damaged AIs have come by. But that might be changing soon, and in a big way. Actually, they said one of the transfer AIs delivered an official request for aid that said, transfer AIs. Large numbers of damaged AIs detected in Grow. Grow is... wait a minute. Keep is Bhima. Grow is the other one, the saber one, right? Yeah, okay. We know we are in the middle of the system Grail War, but if possible, please send help. Grow. That's where the saber is, right? We haven't seen anything from them so far. It is about as far as repair you can get. Grow is located on the opposite side of Defend. If nothing else, its location, it seems like it will probably not be a direct threat to us, but the other area next to Grow is Keep, where Lancer is. Yeah. Is this his doing? No, I think it's built. Because Lancer, like Bhima said that he's not going to do anything unless and until he's able to feed her his master. It's possible. Definitely possible. Keep's bound to need materials from Grow to do their cooking. Yeah, it's gotta be him. He's finally making his move. I don't think so. Wait, let's think about this. Maybe this is a good chance to go on the offensive. The soft-hearted assassins group and I just finished stocking up on raniment. And the way I see it, that the other AIs have time to request aid means they must have resources to spare. Which means the saber hasn't lost yet. In fact, they might be duking it out right this moment, so if all goes well, it could be 3 against 1. If we strike now, we might even win. In fact, this could be our only chance. What is it, Berserker? Is something wrong? He's thinking that Bhima's doing this. That's why he's like, oh, we can go and defeat him. Because obviously, Duryodhana's main goal here, one of the main goals here is obviously to defeat Bhima. Because, of what happened in Mahabharata. So, yeah, but I don't think it's Bhima attacking them. Wrong. Of course, something's wrong. There are people out there who need help. And we have the means to provide that help. So isn't it incumbent upon us to do just that? Hang on, where'd that come from? Did you get hit on the head in the fight or something? No, nothing like that. I just couldn't live with myself if I ignored a request for help, that's all. Now, come on, time is of the essence, right? We can't afford to waste anybody heading back to our base first. So let's head to Grow from here. Hurry! Oh, there's definitely more to this than you're letting on. Alright then, while you're off playing hero, I think we'll take our time and solidify our position. Oh crap. he was expecting. Nah, Fujiwara will be like, let's go, because he'll be like, let's help those AIs. What was that? Yep, Fujima's going to go in. I'm not sure Caster's behind this, but it could be him. I can't ignore people who need help. Yeah, I figured this was coming. Just as I calculated, bruh. Yeah, I mean, that's the spirit. Of course I could expect no less from my chosen allies. You've earned some proper praise from yours truly. Great job. You know, for all his faults, I can bring myself to dislike him. Alright, now that everything is settled, let's get going. Keep your guard up. Things are about to get serious. But whatever happens, we're going to win. We have to. Okay, I think I'll end it here. Ooh. Damn. Okay. Let me see if there's something new here. Yeah, there is something new here. Let's see. Okay. Unknown aggressive data. Mysterious humanoids which had recently begun to appear in the Paper Moon world. The cause and mechanism of the appearance is not clear as they manifest without warning. No pattern has been observed which might help predict where they appear. Not there has any pattern for these appearances been discerned. These beings show no independent will, do not speak, and only attack mobile targets, namely AIs, given their almost autonomous offensive actions, which seems to be absent any driving intellect. Their threat level is ranked only one step above normal malicious data bugs. Consequently, the threat they represent is manageable as long as some time, effort, and risks are taken by the Type D AIs handling them. Regardless of how many times they're dealt with, these creatures continue to appear. While it has been determined that several of these beings exist, exact number is not known. Okay, alright, now I'm gonna do this in the next video. And yeah. So there you go. And that was it, guys. That was my gameplay for today. Today we got to see Bhima. Yes, he is in tea and he is trying to feed his master, but his master is like, she's not really, she doesn't really want to eat properly. So Bhima's like, I need to feed you first, then I'll start the battle. Right. So that's what's happening over there. We met these unknown, like these humanoid shadow, things, and we fought them, and stuff like that. All these things were happening. Also, Shion was like, don't you think Kama's different? And Kama's like, don't you think Shion is different? Oh my god. Like, I could see Shion being different, but up until now I really wasn't understanding why Shion is saying Kama's different, but after she explained, I do kind of see it now. Kama's usually very, roundabout about what she wants to. She directly doesn't, say something. Like a tsundere, obviously, but that is completely missing here. That's not here at all. Like, she's directly asking whatever and just asking for praise and all that. So that's the difference here. So, yeah. Anyways, let's see what happens, how this goes. And yeah, that is it. So there you go. That was it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video on Paper Moon, Ordeal Call 1. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.